What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Today we are continuing with the GTA 6 tutorial series, and in this episode we will create our Metahuman. It's going to be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go to this website called Metahuman Creator. I will be linking it in the description, and this is the website that will create our Metahuman on. And yes, it is separate from the editor of Unreal Engine. So the first thing that we need to do is select the version that we want to work on. In this case, it will be the same version that we are working in the Unreal project for the GTA 6 series, which in my case is 5.3, the latest one. But if you're working in the future and you were in a new Unreal version, go ahead and select yours, and then we can go ahead and click execute. And as you can see, the Metahuman Creator has just launched, and what we need to do is click on create. And now we can start creating our Metahuman. So we can, select a preset that we might, want to start with, right? To create our Metahuman. Now, in this case, I don't really have, an idea on what we are going to create. So I'm gonna literally click on one at random, and then we can, personalize it. For example, Tor, right? I can select him, and we can, begin to edit him. So we can click on create selection, and now we have all these settings here, and his face, so we can see what we're doing, right? So let's go first of all to this first mixing tab, where we basically can get other metahumans and mix them kind of as family tree, let's say. But in this case I'm gonna skip this because I don't know, I don't really play with this tab over here. I like to directly control the Metahuman itself. So the first thing we can change is a bit of the texture, right? For the face, make it more, I guess we could say young or elder, right? So we can play with that. Also with the contrast of the face, and also the parameters for other parts. We can also go and add some of these dots to the face, but in my case I won't, and then also how red this, the saturation, and so on. Then we can go to the eyes, where we can can I change the color. In this case I think that this one will work pretty nicely, kind of brownish. We can also change the iris, of the, there's a lot of personalization. In my case I won't go so much detail, but you can really play around with that. Also we can play with teeth, that's really cool. And then also there's makeup or things like that. Then we can go to the hair, which is one of the things that changes the most, right? We can select, for example, this hair over here, right? Or this one. And now the ones that say like have this warning icon, they're the ones that are like, hey, this is a very resource intensive hair because of the amount that there is, so it will only appear in some lots and so on. So you need to have that in mind. So you can play around on what you choose for your character. All right, you can turn the head like this and see everything. In my case I think that this will look pretty nicely, this haircut. So let me go ahead and select this. Then we can go ahead and also change the eyebrows. We want them to be different shapes and so on. I think these ones are okay. Also with this, the mustache, right, we can add a bigger mustache. Looks pretty cool, or even a bigger one. And then we can also add some beard, right now it has this beard. We can change it. For example, I could put like this, right? So we can play around. We could put this one. I think that this looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna leave like this. And then overall the body shape, right? And we can also experiment with that. In my case I'm gonna leave it like this as male. You can change the scale of the scales, right? If it's short, medium, or tall, right? In this case I think that medium will be better, right? And then we can also play around with its clothing, right? Which is kind of important. We can put this one, this one, this one, right? There's a lot of things. We can change the clothing, you know, pattern in this case, right? But this one, there's a lot of things, or just a plain color, right? But I think that, you know, we can end up something cool here. For example, this one, and they can change the color darker, right? There's a lot of things that we can do here. I'm gonna put the other things to be like this. So yeah, there's a lot of you know, things that you can play around to get what you want. In my case, I think that, you know, just a normal shirt will work, right? And we can just put it like simple white shirt, right? Like this. It's white. There you go. You can add other details also. Okay. And then also some graphics, right? You could put a logo on, like, you know, some headphones, some glasses, like some things on the beach. I don't know, you can play around. For example, in this case, we could, I don't know, for the GTA series, put some kind of palm trees, right? It makes sense. And you can also change the colors, but I think these ones are pretty nice, honestly. And with that said, we can also go and change the lower part. Maybe we can put in more of different type clothing. I think that this ones will work, right? You can change the color of this too, right? So, you know, like this, and can kind of put this like this, maybe. There we go. And again, and this one you cannot actually put some graphics or whatever. And then we can put the shoes, right? We could put you know, some normal trainers, or just this ones, and then change the color, right? And this one, I guess that you cannot go into so much detail to, you know, make some Air Force or Air Max, but at least that, you know, we can change the color. So maybe we can put like this one, kind of like gray a bit. There we go. Kind of like that, you know. And then, you know, that's pretty much it. You can go in much more detail in here, and we can also kind of play some you know, nice animations. Example, we could put some facial expressions to see how our character would interact. Look at that, boom. Or even like moving, you know. Looks pretty cool. So there we go. We have our character creator, our Metahuman. Let's go ahead and change the name. You know, you can put whatever you want. In this case, of course, we're gonna say Jason as a GTA 6, and of course you can create any Metahuman that you want, right? I just made this one, but you can create even, you know, Lucia, for example, or I don't know, your own character, right? It doesn't really matter. This is just a GTA 6 inspired, and also, of course, I didn't really make this Jason like in the trailer or anything like that. I just created my Metahuman, you know. But yeah, you can play around with that. In my case, I like it. As you can see, the character has been automatically saved, so that's really cool. So with that said, I'm gonna leave this episode here, and in the next one we can actually import this Metahuman into our project. So that's it, guys. If you found this tutorial helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could like the video and subscribe to my channel. I have lots of Unreal Engine 5 videos and tutorials, so check them out. Remember, they have full access to the product files of the series through Patreon or YouTube members. Join my Discord server talking with me and other developers. check out my new course, Getting That 3D, how to make a stealth game in Unreal Engine. Follow me on my socials. Now, yes, with all that said, bye.